You wondering if there's more mint? Gerry! I know you're here. Morning, Palin. Good morning, Carl. Fifi knows I've got mint on the table, so she's decided. Good morning, Zara. Jerry's over there in his castle. He's not wanted to come over yet. Morning, Tritopus. Should I give you your... I'll take that as a yes. Give you your pellets. There we go. Good morning, Hamish. Morning, Taos. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Alex. Actually, wait for a stream once. Nice. Good morning, Caterpillar. Good morning, Sam and Mazaira. Alex, look at our girl eating her pellets for the first time in a few days. She's actually excited for food, which is nice. Good morning, Abstract. Townsend, thank you very much for the 14 months. Thank you. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning, Limewood. What a lovely girl, yes. She was well brought up. What lovely parents. Minion, thank you very much for the for the 36 months. And Abstract Ratio, thank you very much for the 5 months. For a second I was like, Minion, only 5 months? What is this? You've been here longer than that. How are you all doing today? How's it going? Good morning, Jacinta. Phoebe hasn't been very well the last few days, which has been stinky poo. Monday was a tough day because Fifi wasn't well. Gerry was back to sneezing. Alex had a doctor's appointment, and I had a cold. So it's it was all I was just like, oh my gosh, it was like that meme of it's only Wednesday, Captain, or whatever, but it was only Monday. You got snuffles today? You have the first cold of winter? Yeah, it's getting all of us. It's sneaking around. Why did Alex and I move to Bristol? Good morning, Steve. Because Alex used to be a freelance editor for Yogscast. And then he got the call one day asking him to move to Bristol and come in full time sort of thing. So Alex was living in Worcestershire at the time and I was living in Hertfordshire. And we were looking for a place to live together, but we couldn't decide if we were going to go his way or my way. And then we got the call. Well, not we. He got the call from Lewis saying, come to Bristol. We're like, well, because I was working in TV at the time and I knew that there was like a BBC Bristol and Cardiff. So it made sense. Max, thank you very much for the 46 months. Tier 2. Closing in on those 4 years. Oh my gosh. Blimey. So yeah, good morning, Sienna. It just made sense to go to Bristol. And we've been there ever since. I was very reluctant. I almost let Alex move here on his own because I was like, I'm not a city person. I don't want to live in the city. Cities are stinky. But I was like, no, I can't not live with my boy. So moved to Bristol and now I love it. I've been persuaded. I remember the first day that we came to look for flats here though. And morning Phoebe, morning Lunacy. Yeah, the first day that we came to look for flats and I was really like, oh, this place is horrible. But I found that it's the food that swayed me, yeah. It was tough the first few months of living here. Because I guess like for Alex, he, moved for a job, and then immediately he had like a team of editors, and he had this, like, I guess you form a natural friend group from people you work with, and he had, like, a job to go into every day and get distracted by and stuff. Whereas for me, I was in a city where I didn't know anyone apart from Alex, and I had a job at the beginning, because we moved on like the 4th of January or something, and then I immediately had to go work on Holby for a month, so I just left again. But yeah, it was very strange. But eventually I started getting to know, like, Bristol contacts, and what was the first thing? I worked on a film I think I worked on a short film in Bristol. I think that was the first Bristol thing I did. And then worked on which way round did it go? I got a job on a TV series, and then that got me onto a film, I think. But yes. Good morning, G-Vault. Morning, Megalomaniac. But we will have been in Bristol for 10 years next year, I think. I think in January it'll be 10 years since we moved down here. Morning, Coco. But I think having grown up next to London, I think, like, everyone in my little town went, there was like 3 different ways to go. There was either, one day I'm going to get out of this town, I'm going to move to London. Like, London was the dream destination. Or there were people who were like, I'm going to stay in this town. And then there were people like me who were like, I'll probably go somewhere, but it won't be London. It won't be London. But yeah, so many people I know moved to London, and I was like, why? So big, so scary, so stinky. I want the convenience of the city, but the peace and quiet of the country. I think, like, Bristol is sort of good for that, in that a lot of the places have good connections to the town, like, so you can get central very quickly, but you can also get into the countryside just as easily. And it does have quite a few parks and stuff, which is nice. Bristol basically feels like small villages that have just sort of gradually grown until they became one city. So when we moved to Bristol, we moved to an area called Totterdown, and that very much feels like its own village. Like, every area has a very distinct personality. So there's always, like, very particular areas that if people are moving to Bristol, I'm just like, you would like Stokescroft, or, no, you're more Clifton, or London doesn't have Goblin Combe. This is true. But yeah, I do like Bristol. I'm glad we did come here. It's worked out well. Like the sorting hat for Bristol, yeah. But there is, like, a lot of, like, even up in Clifton, which is still very central, there's still, like, Clifton Downs and stuff, and it's very, very nice. Which rich people are you recommending Clifton? Wow, I recommended Alistair when he moved to Bristol. I was like, oh, you're probably a Clifton or a Cotham boy. Or, I mean, that's not even, like, the fanciest places. The fanciest places are, like, the ones on the outside, like, I guess the Westbury-on-Trims and those sorts of the places that you barely think of as Bristol, but they are. Those are the real fancy little villages. Morning owls. But yeah, it is nice here. Though I do feel bad for people who just come over for Jingle Jam because it's at its worst in December. You don't really get to see any of the nice stuff in December. You forget how busy or like how populated Bristol is until Christmas markets. Then all of a sudden you're like, where did all these people come from? You're moving into a new place tomorrow. Ah, that'll be nice. Yeah, it does make a difference having your own space. Morning, Harry. I had one bunny when I was a child, but my family aren't really like pet people. So it was just a bunny that basically my auntie had got two bunnies and they fought, and because I guess neither of them were neutered, and my bunny was getting beaten up every day, so she gave us one of the bunnies. But we got Jenna Bun. How long had we been in Bristol when we got Jenna Bun? We've been in... Yeah, she get the big bully. I've forgotten his name now. Morning, Pebble. But we ended up getting Jenna Bun a couple years into living in Bristol. I guess we must have been here about maybe like 2 years, I want to say. Because we got her... would we have got her just after we got engaged? Yeah, I guess we would have. So like 2016, I guess we adopted little Jenna Bun. Is there a part with set apart cottages and big gardens and a bus stop nearby? Well, yes. There's, oh, what's it called? There's a really nice place. I mean, it does take, if you drive, it's a lot easier to get there. But there is a really nice part of Bristol. I can't remember the name of it. I've only been there once. And it was really fancy, and we were thinking like, oh, if we could afford to move out, live out here. But I can't remember the area. But you do get these, I mean, Arnold will probably know better than me. You do get some very nice outside of Bristol, because Bristol is so much bigger than you always think it is. There are parts when it will be like, oh, I mean, you just have to look at what you call it, Cribbs Causeway. Anytime I see a shop and it says it's in Bristol, and then you see that it's in Cribbs Causeway, and you're like, well, that's basically a different city. That's so far away. WWE is coming to Australia. I watched it a couple of years ago, but honestly, I'm kind of tempted just because I want to go to a live show. We were looking at, because obviously AEW is coming back to Wembley next year. We're sort of saying like whether we want to go ringside or quit sort of thing, because although it was lovely being there this year, I didn't actually get to see much wrestling. I got to see the wrestlers coming in and I got to see them leaving. But the actual wrestling I couldn't see unless they were up on top of the ropes. I didn't really get to actually see anything. So we were thinking either we go big or we do a watch party from home. Because I think it would be nice to just get together and watch it. We meant to get together and watch the latest pay-per-view. But then I ended up getting my stinky cold. So we just watched that one over Discord instead. Don't think I'm going to go to Wembley next year. It's too big a stadium. Yeah, that was the problem. We were close. We were on the pitch. We were the next seats back from being ringside. And even there, couldn't really see anything. So yeah, I think I'm glad we went, but I'm also not fussed if we don't get tickets again for next year. Some things might be better with a good view on TV. Yeah. Well, you can sort of, like, I did miss being able to hear the commentators as well, because they're so good. If you're arrested, what would your signature move be? A hug. I'd just say, do you want to hug it out? And then I'd just hug until they tapped. Kill them with kindness, yeah. Tea. Nigel McGuinness irritates you. We used to, when he first joined, so for people who don't know AEW, Nigel is one of these people who sounds like a pretend British person. He's very much like, all right there, mate, how's it going? Oh, yeah, we're here to watch the wrestling sort of thing. He's just like, he's the sort of British accent that you only hear in America. But I really do like him now. He's, I didn't like him at first for that reason. But now we do actually, like, some of the things he comes out with. I do really like him. Excalibur and Tony are always gonna be my faves, but I do like him. What was I gonna say? This week has been really odd. So on Monday, obviously everything got cancelled. Because of not being well. And then Tuesday, everything got moved around because Fifi wasn't feeling too good, so no Vanui stream in the morning. And ended up doing Kirby instead of Lodunort. And then yesterday was meant to go in for recording. And I went to get the bus, and then it got cancelled. And then today was meant to be the craft stream, but for the same reason as yesterday, it got cancelled. So it's just one of those weeks where I'm like, I set off with a schedule, but it's just all, it's whatever it wants to be. What about the buzz? So yeah, why did it get just people not being well? Which is good that they're being sensible and cancelling things. I'd rather that than people, try and come in when they're not feeling so good. But yeah, it's I guess we're getting into the stinky time of year now where there's a lot more going around and a lot more people around, which also you're playing early this year, yeah, true. Tim, thank you for the follow. But yes, craft streams for Jingo Jam though. I'm still in this lovely phase where I've not been shown the schedule at all for Jingle Jam, so I can speculate as much as I want because I won't be leaking anything because I don't know. So it would be lovely to do a craft stream for Jingo Jam, but at the moment I have no information. So there's always like an awkward week before when suddenly you do know the things and then you're like, I must not say anything. But now I'm in the nice speculaty time. Which is Sarah sets fire to everything. Yeah, we're doing a firecraft stream. Oh my gosh, imagine if we did like a pyrography stream. That'd be nice. Maybe 2 or even 3 of my team got COVID. Oh geez, I hope you're okay or stuff. I forgot to reply to your message, I just realised. Can we get... Oh, yeah, Jim from Aardman Studios. That was such a lovely stream. I actually had a message on one of my clip videos the other day. There was someone saying, where can I watch the VOD of this Grommet stream? And I had to be like, oh, I'm sorry, there wasn't one because it got... It was like a course sold by Aardman, so we weren't allowed to keep the VOD up. But yeah, good morning, Lifelike. But yeah, I'm not even 100% sure who's coming over, when they're coming over. I know Kirsty's coming down. I don't know what's going on. I know nothing. Good morning, Shark Dog. I work from home, so no risk at all. So, oh, that's good. That's good. I would love a Pathfinder one-shot with the Kirby Craft Crew. We're doing that on Friday. Not for stream, but Rithian is doing a one-shot Pathfinder for us. Now we finally got a date for it. Are you going to be on Tom Clark's University Challenge? There's a Tom Clark University Challenge? Wait, which one's University Challenge? Oh, is that the one we did last year? Was that like a University Challenge thing? I mean, I always sign up to do whatever style quiz that there is. Not that they ever do particularly well, but I don't know what there's gonna be. Good morning, Hog. How are you doing? Yeah, I was wondering if you meant Simon Clark. Because I was thinking, Tom Clark? Is Tom doing a... It's okay. If in doubt, usually just saying Tom, you get the right person. There's enough Toms for that to be a good strategy. But yeah, I don't think Simon tends to do the same style quiz 2 years in a row. So if he was going to do one, I don't think it would be University Challenge. But I don't know. I don't know what else there's. What other styles are there? Because what was the one? The one before was like Big Fat Quiz of the Year, wasn't it? And then University Challenge. What's Only Connect? How does that one work? I know he talked about after last year. He said, "Oh, it would be nice to do one that's like, is it like The Chase or something, or Eggheads, something like that." It's a show too nerdy for University Challenge fans. Oh my gosh. How did it work? How does it work? Confusing is what it is. Yeah, I think he said something about like it'd be good to do The Chase and have it with Lewis and Pyrian because it's like because of how stompy they were last year. You get 4 clues and got to guess the connection. More points for the less clues you're given. Oh. So, is it like... Hello. Sorry, I was just leaning forward to give Fifi a cuddle. Is it like they're say, like, like a place and a person or something, and you have to work out what the connection is between them or something like that. But more elaborate. Any poker this year? I imagine there'd be. I mean, there's been poker every year, isn't there? That's one of the ones that I always feel like there's probably going to be poker. I think Craig's doing a game show too for hats. Oh. You get a series of 4 clues all connected by something. Okay. Will you play poker? When will you play poker? Have you played poker? No, I never join in with the poker. Oh, bye, Rob. I hope your meeting is good. I hope it couldn't have just been an email. Haha, office memes. Do they finalise the whole scheduler? Is the second week still in flux during the first week? I think it is, like it will be finalised, but obviously there are certain things they do, there's like so much that they have to do on the fly. Because I remember there was a few years ago, or was it last year? Where there were like plans for things, but then obviously if people get the flu and such, or the plague, then sometimes they do have to like shuffle things around a bit. But there will be like Woods, thank you very much for the 18 months. Thank you for your prime. Yeah, I think there will be certain shufflings that always have to be done. Like I think last year was the pizza stream. I think that one was meant to be different people, and then people got ill, so it was a bit shuffled around. But yeah, it will be sorted. Oh my goodness, big yawn. Never joined it until this year. The reason that I never do poker is more to do with, it's the one day of the year that, no, the one day of Jingle Jam, I mean, that everyone is in the office. And for that reason, it's the one day that I never go in. Because it's like how Yog Plague always used to happen after the karaoke, because that was the day that everyone is in. Whereas now poker is the day that everyone's in. So I've just learned to stay home on that day. So yeah, it's more to do, it's less like, I don't mind the poker element. It's more just the fact of it's the riskiest day to be in the office, so I don't go in. Look at those kisses. Super spreader event, yeah. But luckily it tends to be like a week or so in, so by that point you tend to have, there doesn't tend to be anyone who only comes down for poker and then leaves, so I don't really miss anyone not going in on that day. Doesn't know they keep licking the cards, yeah. Yeah. But yes, I usually try and do like more stuff at the beginning that is office based than towards the end, just so I can have like a good 2 weeks of isolation before going home to see family and stuff. Fifi has a little tuft and I really want to get it. Oh, that reminds me. I got it a little bit. I got a call from the vet this morning, and it was actually as good as it could be, really. Well, no, it could have been better. But we got Gerry's nasal swab results back. And so do you remember I was saying about the last time he had a stinky bacteria up his nose, and the options of like the 4 remaining antibiotics that it wasn't resistant to were increasingly grim. But it turns out that he actually kicked that bacteria's butt with the course of antibiotics that he did have, and now he does have some bacteria up his nose still, but it's a nice basic one that is not resistant to one of the most common antibiotics that's used in bunnies, called Baytril. So yeah, he can just have a month's course of that and hopefully kick its butt. And it's about the same time that he's on a current course of something for. So so yeah, it should work out quite nicely that they get all of that done and then recheck with the vet after that. But it's just nice to have a bit of positive news because the poor bunnies have been through the wars recently, haven't you, little Fifi? Yeah. Her face is such a weird shape at the moment because of her molt line. So she's got these little like dimples in her cheeks from where she started molting. But I have to go and pick up that medicine for Gerry, and then we'll be back to what? Oh, how many will it be? There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different medications throughout the day for the bunnies. But that's okay. This is just the wonders of having older bunnies, that you have to bring out your little medicine tray. I can't remember though, because it's literally a medicine that the bunnies haven't had since... It was like when we first got Jenna Bun. She was on a course of Baytril. And I can't remember how, like, whether bunnies like it or not, like whether they tolerate just having it syringe fed. So we shall have to see, because at the moment I feel quite bad. The way I have to give Gerry his medicine is I put a tiny bit of banana on the syringe, and then when he opens his mouth to eat the banana, I just have to like squirt all of the medicine into his mouth, and he'd just be like, I'm like, sorry, but it's the only way that he'd take it. So, and it does mean that he gets a little bit of banana every day. Bless him. Bless him. Tricksy little hobbitses. Newbie. Older pets in general, same things. Yeah. Oh, I hope everything goes well with little Pan. Now I have a tablet bag for Loki. I thought all bun meds tasted like banana. I wish. I bet the buns wish as well. No, they're on an assortment. I mean, he doesn't mind some of them, so that's okay. But hopefully, I mean, it was actually quite nice. Touch wood. He so after he had his nasal swabs and they accidentally dislodged the big chunk of stuff, he actually had like 2 days where I didn't have to nebulize him at all, because he just wasn't really sneezing, which is nice. He has picked up a little bit more now, because obviously he does still have this respiratory infection, but yes, he had a few days reprieve. Selena, thank you very much for the sub. 56 months. What? 56 months? That's so many years. Blimey. Charlie seems to have developed a fear of the vet. Had to give him his jabs for myself because you wouldn't let the vet near him. Oh, bless you. I have to hand feed my dog meds after covering it in peanut butter. Yeah, that's it's nice when you can, when you can do that. It's like, I remember there were some dogs at the vet that were like Labradors, where literally all you would have to do is pretend to eat the tablet, and they would just be like, "What have you got?" And you just hand it to them, and they'd be like, "Nom nom nom." I was like, why can't all dogs be this easy to tablet? Because then you'd have the ones where you'd have to literally like, why are you licking the chair? Where you'd have to, do the proper like shove it down the throat and syringe water in, and then clamp their mouth shut and rub their throat till they swallowed and stuff like that. And you're just there wrestling with them. So I did always appreciate happily tableted Labradors. We had rats with respiratory issues, and we had a medication that dissolved into their water. So I was worried it would put them off the water. Yeah, I've had that with, I did have that with Genevieve at one point. where you had to something that went in the water, and I was thinking like, oh, please still drink, but she wasn't on that for very long. But yes, I think it was blue stuff. Yeah, it's a few years ago now. Had to bribe Max with a sausage roll for his medicine. Oh, Charlie just sees tablets as another biscuit. It was always one of like the cutest things to do at the vet, where if they were off their food, the first thing we would always try to tempt them is that you would sit next to their kennel and pretend to eat food, because some dogs would genuinely just be like, wait, what do you got? If you're eating it, I want it. Bless them. Drowning medicine method is cracker to hide the crunch of the tablet, butter and Marmite to hide the taste of the stick. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, so it's like a multi-layered deception. You have to put it on a plate and sit down with it as if it's yours and then give it as a treat. That is good. That is good. Pim, you're here for Gerry. Gerry is here. Gerry, Pim's here to see you. Are you decent? Are you shy? He's shy. I guess I could give the bunnies their little snacks. I've been trying to decide what to do. Oh, long leg. About banana tomorrow, because on the one hand, if I don't give banana, he'll kick off, whereas they're on banana every day at the moment for their medication, so I don't want to over-nana them. I am glad that Fifi got through her little bout of bad tum without having to go to the vets, bless her. She just hates going to the vet. She gets so stressed. So I'm glad that she's back to munching without having to do it. Can you introduce your buns as if they're reality show contestants? Oh my gosh. Trying to think if I've seen a reality show to know what it would be like. But I think I've not seen one since like, well, I guess, does Bake Off count? How do they introduce people in Bake Off? They don't really say where they're from and what they do, don't they? I'm trying not to think of Welcome to the Tent. Bake Off counts. Oh, okay. Entering the competition today, we have Gerry. He's 9 years old from Bristol, and in his spare time, he enjoys naps and chewing the table. Up against Gerry will be Ffion. When not causing chaos and anarchy in the city of Bristol with which she resides, Fifi can be found... What is she doing? Fifi can be found straightening the cushions and chewing them. Good luck, Fifi. I believe in you. Oh. Reformed criminal Fifi. Are you okay, Fifi? Hi. This is Fifi's current artwork. How many holes have you chewed in that cushion so far? It's just that cushion as well. The other one she's pretty much left alone, but she's just got something in for that cushion. Haven't you? Hello. I don't know if you saw the evidence of what I've been doing whilst I've had a cold on the table, but I've been very grown up. I've been reading my book and I've been making friendship bracelets. I just having a lovely time. I hadn't made a friendship bracelet in years. It was quite nice doing the braiding. We love friendship bracelets. Nice. They are good. I'd forgotten how fun they are to make. I've got so much embroidery thread. Craft a long stream making bracelets when? Can someone check to see if there's a sneaky Rithian in the chat? Someone search for Rithian. I don't think he'll be awake and watching at this time, but just in case. Check the viewer list and see if he's there. Iridian check. Peepers. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, well this is a secret between all of us. So, we're using a secret. Oh no. This is Rithian's one that I made. So you got the purple is for Rithian, the yellow is for Kirsty, and then the pink is for me. So I will send this off to he. Oh. There you go. And then this is my one, which is pretty much the same, but I made sure that I started with the color relating to the person. So I started with the pink one for me. And I need to do Kirsty's and start off with the yellow. But it's a bit of a weird one because the only pink and purple that I could find, I don't know how well this will show up, but can you see that it's like, this is just two different threads and they change. But no, they change from being like, they go through different shades. So the bracelets sort of start off one shade of purple and then they change through to a different one, and the same for one of the pinks as well. But it's been nice. Personalized by Vivi. She chooses when to nibble. But yeah, it's which came first, the friendship bracelet idea or the art people made? I got it. The inspiration was from Mike's drawing of the friendship bracelets. I saw that and I was like, that's something I can make. I've not done it for years. I mean, it's sort of a secret, but also sort of not, because I had to say to Rithian, like, can you measure your wrist, please? Having sent the artwork previously. So I'm sure he's put two and two together. But for the sake of pretending it's secrets. Do you want this bit of hay? No, I'll put it on the... Oh, did you want it? No. No. I was going to say that's a big coincidence. No, it was... I don't think I would have thought of doing it if it wasn't for the... If it wasn't for that artwork. Because I just thought that's something cute that we can all have. As a little thing, all made from the same threads, all connecting us. Do 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 do. He. I need to send off Christmas cards too for when you guys are in the office. Should have asked him decoy questions. Oh yeah, true. Well, it's not too late. He might not know still, so maybe I should just send him a message being like, can you just measure your pinky toe, please? Or your earlobe. I need your earlobe measurement, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm excited. I've still got. I've been doing some Christmas shopping. When I got more to do, because obviously when you're seeing people at the beginning of December, you've got to get it done slightly earlier, and then I suddenly realised, oh, I've still got all my family to get for, who I'm seeing slightly further into December. Look at these little fluffy cheeks of yours, Fifi. Look at all this. Right, do you want your treat now? As I just realised it's 10:02 and I got distracted. I'm so hungry this morning. Where's your husband? Where did he go? Can't see him under the table. Yeah, Mum. I know. Gerry! Oh, you are under there. You're just a secret boy. Okay. Oh, hello, Froodles. No. Oh, Gerry. Can I interest you in this at all? Thank you. Oh, hello. Was that nice? Yeah, thankfully Fifi is back to her munching self. I went a bit rogue. Something I wouldn't advise to do. This is me going against all advice that I will give to people. But I went a bit rogue and I sort of took matters into my own hands and self-medicated the bunnies, and thankfully it worked and Fifi is back to her usual self. Me not following the rules? No. I was a bad bitch. But yeah, I think once you've looked after bunnies for a certain number of years, you get to the point where you're like, yeah, I know the drill. Go to the vet, Medicam, buprenorphine, cisapride, ranitidine, syringe feed. Okay, I got this. I was like, what if I just cut out the vet part of this? And thankfully it worked. But never do that. I know I said, but if you have bunnies, if you have concerns, always take them in. Walrus, good morning. But yes. I got the absolute shit kicked out of me by Fifi when I was like, okay, do you know what? Instead of panicking this time, I'm going to have a feel of her tummy and I'm going to take step-by-step action instead of just doing the panic and drag her into the vet where she gets very stressed and then doesn't recover for days. So I was like, I'll put her up on the table and I'll feel her tummy. And I picked her up and she just beat me up. I was just like, like it's days on and I still have the scratches on my chest from where she just started kicking, and I was like, okay, I deserve this, I suppose. But yeah, dear oh dear. She chose violence, she did, but it seemed to help her. Maybe that's just what she needed. Needed to beat me up a little bit, get it out of her system. But yes, hello. It's just so funny, the difference between their reactions. Like, literally, Gerry, if you go to pick him up, he'll, he just pins himself to the floor, and he acts as if he squishes himself small enough, he cannot be perceived, and therefore he cannot be picked up. Whereas Fifi, like you say, she chooses violence. She will just kick you. And my favourite thing is, oh, of course, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to Americans. Yeah, Phoebe picks you up. Yeah, she does. The bear stuffs you. She does this thing where if you're trying to syringe feed her or give her like medicine, orally sort of thing, she'll keep on like pushing up. And so you stand, say that my hand is like my chest. So you lean over the bunny and you're trying to like syringe into the mouth, and she'll push up and push up and push up until you're stood like this, and then she will turn around and punch you. You're just like, oh, okay. She is feisty. Whereas Gerry just becomes a potato. He just squishes himself down and says, please do not perceive me. He does get to a point at the vet where he's had enough, where he will turn around and just jump onto me. And it's just like he's gone like, okay, mother, we are leaving sort of thing. But that's about as feisty as he gets, bless him. He's a very polite boy. I am glad it sort of we seem to be out of the woods with Fifi at the moment, though, because she's already on her medication, and I think she would just get very stressed if she had to have another. She just really hates the vet. For what a confident bunny she is. She does get very stressed when she has to leave. He is a gentle bun. Look at this distinguished gentle bun. Look at him eating his poo. Oh my gosh, this is unrelated to eating poo. But every now and then I suddenly realise, like, oh my gosh, I need to be filming my Jingle Cats and editing it together. Because when's the deadline? Is it Tuesday? Is it the 29th? I'm just like, oh. Wait, is that Wednesday or Tuesday? I think it's the 26th on Sunday. 7, 8, 9. See, I think it's maybe Wednesday, but still, oh jeez. Oh jeez. I've got some of it together, but cutting it close, I know. It's just, it wouldn't be so bad if I just had to edit it together, but I've still stuff to film for it. Oh my. Jingle Cat's just 5 minutes of spinach eating ASMR with music over the top. I mean, if people would accept that, they might say, where are the cats? I'd have to put cat ears on the bunnies. But yeah, I hope people like what I've done. I hope I like what I've done when I actually put them and film it. I've got to get that part out the way first. But yes. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that what I have tried to plan for does actually work out. But to be honest, like, I get the feeling that it's one of those things that maybe the worse from your expectations it turns out and the jankier it is, maybe that's okay. So it's probably one of the most forgiving things that I could enter into. The thing I'm mostly concerned about is keeping it down time-wise. Because at the moment, I think it's going to be 1.5 minutes. So I'm going to see if I can get it down to 1 minute, because that is quite a long time. But yes. Fingies crossed. Fingies crossed. I know the music that I want to use. I just have to see if I can chop it. Some people produce hour-long feature films, it feels like. That's the thing, in that scenario, like 1 minute can feel so long, so you have to make sure it's a very punchy minute. But speaking of punchy minutes, it is now the minute of 11 o'clock. So I guess it's time for me to be heading off. Well, it's actually time for me to have breakfast because my tummy has been rumbling. But yes, this baby boy, you know, he won't work 1 minute past 11. He's off the clock now. But yeah, I guess I should go and do some editing. Get this Jingle Cats put together so I can do. It's my first ever one, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited to actually participate this year and have the fear of them being about to watch what you've made and it being judged. But yes. Sienna, are there any raid targets that you can see? Oh wait, it's Thursday. Doesn't that mean Alex will be live about now? Should we go and see Gerry's dad? Gerry's father? Gerry, would you like to watch your dad play Halo? Yeah, I'm happy to go off to Yogs. See the Master Chiefs. I thought he looked familiar. Oh, Gerry Snush. But yes, yeah, let's go off there. I feel like there's something else. I remember what I meant to do this morning. Oh, thank goodness. But just raiding Yogs in 1 minute. Nice. Okay, well, everyone, look after yourselves. I'll be back at 2 to finally play Lod or Not, as sadly the craft stream was cancelled. So I won't be doing that today. But hopefully there'll be a December crafts, maybe even a Jingle Jam crafts at 2. So yeah, we were gonna do Thanksgiving stuff, so maybe I'll just have to say what I'm thankful for later instead, as I won't be able to craft it. But yeah, look after yourselves, everyone. Be good, and I will see some of you later. The rest of you have fun, whatever you're up to today. And yeah, we're doing it. We're making it through the week. Let's go. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. 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 Tea. Well done, Gerry. You get a raise. And you, Fifi. Excellent work being bunnies. I would hire you for any bunny needs. Baby. I put fluff on your nose, sorry. There you go. There you go. Okay. Raid gone and just disappeared from me. Oh no, quick, go and catch it. Bye bye. Boop.